Hello, this is first thing in the morning for me, but I had to get this video done with. Skylanders Giants holds a special place in my heart. It was my first game of the franchise, still is the earliest game I've played. I own Spyro's Adventure Buds for the Wii and I don't have one yet. For a game that was made over a decade ago, it's pretty fun. In fact, my only complaint with it was the controls being so different from what I'm used to. Firstly, I'll discuss the gimmick of the game. It's not unique. Really, the gimmick's just the characters are bigger than the normal ones. This leaves... Now, hang on, I lost my train of thought. For the gimmick being so small and simple, it left a lot open for the future of the franchise. And for about 4 games out of the 6, which is most of it, their gimmick of being the biggest Skylanders is valid. Really, if you just exclude every Toys for Bob game after Swap Force, yeah, the gimmick stays the same. They only had 8 gimmick Skylanders for this game, and I feel like that kind of was a missed opportunity. I honestly think they should have introduced the light and dark elements in Giants, because, well, we never get a Giant for those, and from the lore, at least from what I got from it, the Giants were the first Skylanders of those elements, so I often think about what could have been if they introduced Light and Dark and Giants instead of Trap Team. The game is short. There's 16 chapters, and each level can be done in like about 10-15ish minutes if you're speedrunning. Or at least that's what the time limit was there, like 10ish minutes. For me, it takes 28 minutes because I'm slow as fuck, but yeah. The only issue I really had playing Skylanders Giants was that I have yet to find most things in the game. I never really had an issue playing with the Giants. They, sure they're slower, but, I mean, I really only need like 8 of them to beat most levels. Really, it's like later game levels when they add like the Archean with the shield, that's when everything gets screwed up, because you need speed for that and Giants lack that. But yeah, I've killed one of them with Swarm before, so what do I have scheduled after this section? I think it was just the story. The story was good. I liked the idea of it taking place right after Spyro's Adventure. This was kind of the only time, in my opinion, that Toys for Bob took in account of the games before it. And they do that briefly. It's literally the first cutscene that they do anything with Spyro's Adventure. After that, it all feels like its own game. It was pretty cool seeing Arcus for the first time of the lore. I recall that this game had me almost cry when they killed the Archean ghost guy for the first time. Seeing that. This is really early for me, so sorry for all the pauses. I just want to get this one done. That way so later I can get Swap Force done and stay on schedule. Yeah, I like this game. Considering it was my first in the franchise, I might recommend it to someone's first gameplay. It was, from what I heard, a huge increase of quality from Spyro's Adventure. I've yet to play that game, obviously, since I lack the Wii, but yeah, it's not as good as future games, obviously, but yeah, it was fun. I think what it excelled in was being a game that's playable. I never ran into any glitches playing it. The enemies, I mean, for a game in 2012, meant for kids, they're they're fun. The guys that you have to keep repeatedly doing damage to in order to make them like implode on themselves, real annoying. Nightmare mode might always be the mode I play it on, because honestly that's the best mode. At the end of it, it shows a band of Chompies making music. What more can you want in Skylanders? Like, if I lived in Skylands, that would be my favorite band, hands down. I don't care if all they can do is instruments and growling. But there's not really much to say about Skylanders Giants. It's very simple. It had the smallest original roster. It has the least gimmick landers out of all the games. And there's like 16 chapters. It feels more like a DLC. But in those 16 chapters is genuine fun. When I played this, I think Swap Force was close to coming out. So I had something to look forward to. Playing it now, every time I look back to it, like in memory, it feels a lot more blurry than it is. Like, it really adapts to the Xbox 360 I have. It really adapts to that thing's quality very well. And I genuinely never really struggled in that game. If I can eventually somehow manage to make a recording of me playing it on the 360 or an emulator, I would love to make a video about that. One issue is that YouTube has yet to grant me abilities to do, like, broadcasting from PlayStation to YouTube. This has been an issue for a while. I'm just venting real quick. I verified my number. I'm pretty sure I verified my email. I don't know what's going on, but yeah. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. Skylanders Giants, like I said, lacks a lot of stuff. I'm running out of stuff to say, and it's only been 8 minutes. Yeah, there's not much to it. I would recommend this game. There's very few issues with it. If you are especially a fan of older games, or if you are going into games for the first time, this is a good start. It was my start, and it never really had issues, in my opinion. Plus, the soundtrack fucking slaps, okay? Cutthroat Carnival is my favorite. Sorry, Drillex's rap. Yeah. Not really the biggest fan, but I get why people like it. I just want to find more to say. Like, this game, to me, I feel like is an 7 out of 10, maybe an 8 out of 10. It's a good experience. There's just not much to talk about after. I feel like if they had a bit more time, Toys for Bob and Activision could have made this game have a lot more story. But yeah, that's really all there is to it. It's just a fun game with a simple gimmick. Bigger characters. You can go into deep dives about those characters, but if you go into deep dive about the game itself, there's not really much. I just wanted to see how long I could drag this out for, because I kind of knew from the get-go that this was a shorter game that just improved on the first. So yeah, I kind of like just set the... In terms of like what I think it did for future games, I feel like Spyro's Adventure set the path, Giants set the standard. Like the least you could do for it. And then every game after that topped it. So yeah, I'll rate Giants a 7 out of 10. It's good. I say it's a great experience, it's a good game, and yeah, so there you go. See ya.